You know, turning 70 isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of a whole new chapter. In fact, it's a chapter most women never get the chance to write with as much freedom, wisdom, and joy as we do now. But here's the truth. Not everything that made sense when we were younger fits into the life we have today. So in this video, I'm sharing 12 things that simply don't make sense for women like us after 70. Stick around until the end, because the last one might completely change the way you see yourself and the years ahead. 1. Chasing youth instead of embracing beauty. For most of our lives, we were told that beauty meant youth. Wrinkle-free skin, shiny dyed hair, the latest creams or surgeries. Society made us feel that looking younger was the only way to be beautiful. But let me tell you something. At 70, beauty has nothing to do with looking 30 again. It's about looking alive. True radiance shows up in your laugh lines, in the sparkle in your eyes when you're surrounded by family, in the way you tell a story that only a woman with your life experience could tell. Your beauty isn't in creams or injections. It's in your presence, your energy, and your confidence. Why waste money trying to erase the years when those very years are what make you captivating? From now on, let beauty be something you carry, not something you chase. 2. Holding on to too much stuff. Here's something I've noticed. The more years we collect, the more stuff we collect. Closets filled with clothes that don't fit. Gifts we never used but felt guilty letting go of. Drawers of old magazines and knickknacks. But here's the thing. Clutter isn't just physical, it's emotional. Every unnecessary object takes up space in our homes and in our minds. Why carry that weight into this new chapter? Decluttering doesn't mean losing things. It means making space. Space to breathe, space for meaningful moments, space for peace. Start small. One drawer, one closet. Ask yourself, does this bring me joy or serve me today? If not, thank it for its time and let it go. The lighter your space, the lighter your spirit feels. Trust me, you'll be amazed at how free you feel when your home reflects the simplicity you've earned. 3. Fighting battles that aren't yours. When we were younger, many of us played the role of peacemaker. Stepping into arguments between siblings, mediating family disagreements, or even defending friends who couldn't stand up for themselves. But after 70, not every battle is worth our energy. Your grown children arguing about who should host Christmas dinner isn't your problem. Your neighbor's petty drama? Not your problem either. Peace doesn't always come from solving conflicts. It often comes from stepping back. Protect your energy. Not every problem is yours to fix, and sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is quietly walk away. You've earned the right to choose peace over conflict. 4. Saying yes to everything. For decades, we said yes. Yes to hosting. Yes to volunteering. Yes to babysitting. Yes to events that drained us more than they filled us. And while giving is beautiful, overcommitting leaves us exhausted. After 70, your time is the most precious thing you have. Every yes should be measured carefully. Ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Do I have the energy for it? If the answer is no, it's perfectly okay to say no, with kindness and without guilt. Your schedule should reflect what lights you up, not what wears you down. Joy over obligation. That's the new rule. 5. Chasing perfection. How many years did we spend chasing perfect? The perfect home, the perfect body, the perfect holiday dinner. But here's the secret nobody told us. Perfection doesn't exist. And even when we came close, it only left us tired. I remember one Thanksgiving years ago. I worked myself to the bone preparing the perfect centerpiece, ironing tablecloths, cooking an elaborate meal. By the time dinner came, I was too exhausted to enjoy it. Do you know what my family remembers? The laughter, the togetherness, not the table setting. At this age, perfection is overrated. Warmth, presence, laughter, that's what people treasure. Let your cake sag. Let your living room be a little dusty. No one cares. What matters is you. 6. Ignoring your health. Let's be honest. Taking care of our health can feel like a full-time job. Doctor visits, medications, exercise, eating right. It can get overwhelming. But here's the truth. Nothing is more inconvenient than losing your health. I once ignored a stiff shoulder and a little knee pain, brushing it off as just aging. A few months later, I could barely climb stairs. That was my wake-up call. Small things become big things when ignored. Now, I choose prevention over regret. Stretching every morning, eating simple, nourishing foods, keeping doctor visits on the calendar, even when I'd rather not, because health is freedom, and freedom is priceless. 7. Holding on to toxic relationships. Here's a truth many women don't want to admit. Not every relationship is meant to last forever. For years, we were taught to hold on, to friendships that drained us, to family dynamics that were one-sided, even to partners who didn't value us, because it was the right thing to do. But after 70, clinging to toxic connections makes no sense. Time is too precious. I had a friend, let's call her Margaret. We'd known each other for decades, but every conversation left me drained. She criticized, complained, and pulled me down emotionally. For years, I kept the friendship out of guilt. Then one day, I asked myself, why am I spending my limited energy with someone who makes me feel small? Walking away wasn't easy, but it was freeing. Now, I only invest in people who make me feel uplifted, understood, and appreciated. That's not selfish. It's self-care. 8. Believing you're too old for new adventures. One of the biggest lies society tells women over 70 is that adventure belongs to the young, that our lives are already written, and all that's left is to repeat old routines until the end. I couldn't disagree more. In fact, this stage of life is the best time to start fresh. I know women who took up painting for the first time at 72, started gardening at 75, or even learned to play piano at 80. I personally joined a choir at 71, and I can't tell you how alive it made me feel. When you try something new, you remind yourself that life still has surprises waiting. You're never too old to learn, to explore, or to feel the thrill of being a beginner again. That spark, that's what keeps us young inside. 9. Avoiding technology. I'll be honest, technology used to scare me. Smartphones, tablets, apps. It all felt like another language. I used to say, that's for the younger generation. But avoiding technology in today's world doesn't make sense anymore. Technology is how we stay connected, informed, and entertained. When my granddaughter showed me how to video call, everything changed. Suddenly, I could see her face whenever I wanted, even though she lives hours away. I joined online classes, reconnected with old friends through social media, and even found groups of women my age sharing stories and advice. Learning tech doesn't mean you have to master everything. It just means opening the door to opportunities. Start small. Ask for help. You'll be surprised how much joy it can add to your life. 10. Living for other people's opinions. When we were younger, we spent so much energy worrying. What will the neighbors think? Will my family approve? Is this dress too loud? Is my decision too bold? But at 70, none of that matters anymore. Truly, it doesn't. I remember debating whether to wear a bright floral dress to an event because I thought people might judge. My daughter told me, "Mom, if it makes you happy, wear it." And you know what? I did. And not only did I get compliments, I felt incredible. Here's the reality. People will always have opinions. Let them. Your life isn't a performance for others. It's your one chance to live authentically. Dance even if people are watching. Speak your truth, even if it's unpopular. Wear what makes you feel fabulous. After 70, the only approval you need is your own. 11. Ignoring your finances. Money might feel like a stressful topic, but avoiding it after 70 can cause even more stress. Medical bills, long-term care, or even helping out loved ones. These things can quickly throw life off balance if you're not prepared. Too many women either bury their heads in the sand or live so frugally that they never enjoy the money they worked hard for. But the sweet spot is in planning. I sat down with a financial advisor in my early 70s, and it gave me peace of mind. We talked about budgeting, savings, and even what I wanted to leave behind for my family. For the first time, I felt in control instead of anxious. You don't need millions in the bank to feel secure. You just need clarity. Whether it's creating a budget, planning for future care, or setting aside fun money for yourself, knowing where you stand financially is empowering. And it's never too late to start. 12. Fearing aging itself. This one might be the most important of all. Too many women let fear of aging steal their joy. We hide our birthdays, dread our wrinkles, and compare ourselves to younger women as if we're losing some kind of race. But aging isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. Every year we get is a gift. Every gray hair, every wrinkle, every story etched into our skin is proof that we've lived, loved, and endured. Instead of asking, how can I stay young? Try asking, how can I live fully at this age? Because aging doesn't take away who we are. It reveals who we were always meant to be. When I look in the mirror now, I don't see loss. I see wisdom, resilience, and a woman who's earned every line on her face. And that's something to be proud of. So, we've walked through 12 things that no longer make sense for women after 70. From chasing youth to fearing aging, from holding onto clutter to ignoring our health, from staying stuck in toxic relationships to worrying about what others think. But here's the bigger picture I want you to take away. Life after 70 isn't about shrinking, it's about expanding. Think about it. When we were younger, our lives revolved around everyone else. Careers, children, partners, family obligations, social expectations. We built, we nurtured, we sacrificed. And now it's finally our turn. This chapter isn't about trying to be who we once were. It's about becoming who we were always meant to be. A shift in perspective. Every stage of life brings its own challenges, but also its own rewards. At 70, the reward is freedom. Freedom from other people's opinions. Freedom from perfection. Freedom from clutter, guilt, and unnecessary obligations. Freedom to say yes to joy and no to what drains you. And most of all, freedom to live authentically. The beauty of this age isn't in erasing the past. It's in writing the future with the wisdom we've earned. Why this matters more than ever, I want to pause here and remind you of something important. Every single day, you wake up at 70, 75, 80, or beyond. You are someone's role model. Your children, your grandchildren, your friends. They're watching how you live this chapter. Do you hide your age? Or do you embrace it? Do you let fear stop you? Or do you keep exploring? Do you drain yourself with obligations? Or do you fill your life with joy? By living boldly now, you give younger women permission to do the same when their time comes. You're not just aging, you're leading the way. A personal story. I'll tell you something from my own life. A few years back, I caught myself looking in the mirror, tugging at my skin, wishing I looked younger. For a moment, I felt defeated. Then I thought, what am I really wishing for? To be 40 again? To go back to when I was exhausted raising kids, worrying about bills, juggling work and life, and barely having a moment to myself? No, thank you. The truth hit me. I don't want to be younger. I want to be present. I want to feel alive. I want to enjoy the time I have now. And once I shifted my mindset, everything changed. I started laughing more, trying new things, saying no more often, and yes, even wearing bold lipstick that made me feel fabulous. That's when I realized aging isn't about losing. It's about gaining the courage to finally live unapologetically. Your invitation. So now I want to ask you, which of these 12 things hit home for you the most? Do you need to let go of perfection, clear out the clutter, say no to draining obligations? Or maybe stop worrying about what others think and start living boldly for yourself. Whatever it is, choose one thing this week and take action. Don't just watch this video. Live it. If any of these lessons spoke to you today, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which one are you ready to let go of? Your stories inspire me, and they inspire other women who read them too. Let's make this space a community where we lift each other up, no matter what age we are. And if this video gave you value, do me a favor. Hit that like button so YouTube knows it's worth sharing with other amazing women like you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another conversation like this. Final message. Before we go, I want to leave you with this thought. You are not past your prime. You are in your prime, your real prime. Because now, you know what matters and what doesn't. You know who you are and who you'll never pretend to be again. And you have the freedom to live life on your terms. So let's not just survive these years. Let's thrive in them. Laugh loudly. Love deeply. Wear the bold colors. Try the new things. Let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. Because life after 70 isn't the end of the book. It's the most beautiful chapter yet. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, remember, you are radiant, you are strong, and your best days are not behind you. They're right here, waiting for you to live them fully. Goodbye for now.